Shiitake Birch beer, homemade. It's got a nice head, nice color, pretty good smell. So just finished bottling all the 5 gallons of birch beer that I made. I've always been fascinated with birch trees, birch sap, birch syrup, and birch beer. So made a bunch of, we tapped the trees, we made a bunch of birch syrup this year. Still got a whole bunch. We're using it. It's good stuff, delicious stuff. Comes here from the birch trees, natural sugar from these birch trees on this property. And I used one batch to produce this 5 gallons of beer here. So this was the sugar source that the yeast used to ferment to make the alcohol. So it was 15% bricks when I first started the fermentation. I checked it with the hygrometer. It's now 0, so it's dry. I primed it, so that's gonna make, should make, hopefully, the priming. I added a little extra sugar before I bottled it. That's called priming, and that hopefully will make a nice carbonation in the beer. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's gonna work. Yeah, so the percentage of alcohol is, I bottled it at 15-16%. It went down to 0, so that should be around 6 or 7% alcohol. So we'll see how it is. Also, the smell anyways, I haven't tasted it. The smell so far is very fruity, actually. It's quite interesting. So had a really good yeast strain. It was just blasting fermentation, really fermenting vigorously for almost a month. I had it going, so should be pretty good. Okay, so here I'm making birch sap concentrate. So it's almost to a syrup. It's pretty dark, but it's still quite concentrated, pretty much watery. So I think it's about 10% sugar. I'm gonna use this to make a birch beer. So I'm gonna put some Alaskan spruce tips in there, just for a little bit of flavor. We put a little chaga in here, piece of chaga. And the next step is I'm going to let this cool, and then I'm going to pitch the yeast. So, yep, that's the process. So yeah, I'm making birch beer here. So here is a batch of birch beer or birch wine that I got going, and it's fermenting right now. I'll probably let it go another 5 days or so. This is the 5th or 6th day of fermenting, and it's still really rocking and rolling. It seems like the birch, or the yeast, is really enjoying eating this this birch syrup, this sugars that are involved in, from the tree. The yeast is really loving it, and it's just been fermenting and bubbling quite vigorously for ever since the beginning, and it's still continuing. And what's also interesting is it's cool and cold right now still in Alaska, because it's in May. So we're talking about the temperature of 50 degrees Fahrenheit inside our house, 10 degrees C, and this thing is rocking and rolling at that temperature, which is really cool. Another interesting thing is the smell of the outgas. It's very estery, bananas, fruits, apples, red apples, pears. It's estery. So we're getting a real estery fermentation going on here. It's going to be, it doesn't smell or like anything that we put in here at this point. It smells totally different. This thing, the yeast has done some totally different organic chemistry and produced a completely different product. It's going to be very interesting how this is going to taste. I got mostly birch sap and syrup. I started with about a 10% bricks. So that should give us, added a little sugar. So probably 12% bricks. All in all, that should give us about 6 to 8% alcohol. I got chaga in here, spruce tips, all Alaskan products in here. Now we're testing the percent sugar, so it went in at about 15%. Now we're down to 0%. So the fermentation was a complete success. We were able to ferment all of this beer here. It's back in. This is the priming sugar solution. Mix that good. Okay. Tell me when it's full. So now we gotta let this wait and kind of do a secondary fermentation in the bottle. And the longer you wait, the better. So these big jugs, of course, this is a half-gallon jug, so that's a lot of beer to drink. So probably drink that on a special occasion. Keep these in the dark, in a cool place, saving there for a long time. And then these little bottles, you know, I might crack one open in about 2 or 3 weeks. Just wait a little while, see how it goes. Let the secondary fermentation take its effect, and then see how it tastes. And when we do that, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's going to be good. Ooh. Shitakaba Birch beer, homemade. It's got a nice head, nice color, pretty good smell. Wow, it's rich, fruity. It's got that birch taste, definitely. Oh, wow, cool. Came out pretty good, actually. Nomi I see. It's good to drink. Tasty. Want some?
Okay. It's very light.
Yeah, but in the back taste, aftertaste, you can taste that birch.
Birch beer taste.
And there's chaga in here too. Look at this natural tansan, man. That really worked out good. Mm-mm. Cool. My Birch beer, 1 month old. See how it's holding up. It's got it's carrying over that very fruity taste or smell. And like a little blackberry in there now. I'm getting like a roasted caramel, toasted flavor in this stuff. It's even a little tannic. There's like a sweet aftertaste mixed in with a bitter. So it's a little bit tannic. It's got a real fruity smell. It's got a pretty nice clarity, a little bit cloudy, beautiful color, red. It's got a really nice carbonation. Holds really well. The beer is gaining after 1 month. A little bit more character, a little bit of aftertaste. It's gotten a little bit more rich. Some body to it. Smell hasn't changed much. It's very fruity. Great, delicious smell. It's easy to drink. I will say that. Not too bad.